Hey guys, so one of the core principles in achieving body composition is calories in versus calories out. It's a very simple process. However, there are things you can do to maximize your results within that. Now, one thing that a lot of people don't focus on is the calories out portion. Tons of things about calories in, macros, calories, nutritional breakdown. But what about calories out? What can you do to enhance that besides the obvious, which is working out? Well, in this video, I'm going to dive into that in some very common everyday activities that you might be able to do or do more of to help improve what your goals are. So check it out. So let me start by defining what calories out means. It's activity. It's the amount of calories your body burns. Now, this is often referred to as metabolism. The higher the metabolism, the better things are. The better your body composition is able to be regulated. The more muscle you likely have, which then equates to more calories that you burn, and then the more food you get to eat. So this is also broken down into two different types of calorie burn and calorie output. So the two different types of activities are active and passive. Now, in these scenarios I'm about to talk about, I'm going to use a 150-pound male for a 30-minute time period to use to show and demonstrate this different calorie burn. Obviously, the actual calorie burn is going to vary based on a lot of factors: gender, size, intensity, duration. But again, for this video, we're talking about those specific factors, so you can use that as a measuring stick. So the first thing we're going to talk about is passive activity, and this is also called non-exercise activity thermogenesis, or NEAT. And I'm going to focus on 4 different activities. Commonly, these are sitting, sleeping, standing, walking, and let's throw in one more. How about housework? These are common things that we're doing throughout the given day that aren't involving exercise. So now let's take a look and see what kind of calorie burn they each have. So let's go over this passive activity to see what the breakdown is. So sitting actually is the lowest at 34 calories. The next is sleeping. And so yes, you can see that sleeping actually burns more calories than sitting. One more reason to get lots of sleep. And walking actually is the same as sleeping. How about that? So we should either be sleeping or walking. Standing is a little bit more. That's actually 78 calories. And then finally, housework. Housework is a whopping 102 calories per 30 minutes. So based on this information, what are the takeaways? So first takeaway is be active, okay? Second takeaway is I would recommend getting as much sleep as possible. Sleep not only helps tons of things with recovery, brain enhancement, but also, as you can see here, it's going to help your metabolism. Thirdly, I think the other thing is standing. Try to stand as much as possible. Get a stand-up desk. When you're talking on the phone, stand up, walk around, things like that. And then finally, housework. Even those everyday activities that you're doing, you're burning more calories, so it's good, it's a beneficial thing, so keep that up. So now let's talk about the activities, the thing that you're gonna do when you are exercising, not the passive stuff we just talked about. So let's dive into it. So I listed some things here. We've got stretching, lifting, light and heavy. Light is considered 50% or less of your 1 rep max. Heavy is 80% or above. Cardio, moderate, which is defined as 70% or less of your max heart rate, and high intensity interval training, your sprints, this is above that, and this is usually actually more up to 80 to 90% of your VO2 max. So let's break down these numbers. Okay, so for stretching, we're only looking at about 85 calories. The lifting, the light, you're looking at 102. For heavy, 204, which is double, actually, ironically. For moderate cardio, we're looking at 272 calories, and then for high intensity, a whopping 459. And then just for giggles, the steady state cardio, walking on an incline treadmill, we're only looking at about 170 calories. Now, the other factor that needs to be taken into account here is what's called EPOC, or excess post-exercise oxygen consumption. Now, what that means is after you get done doing a certain activity at a higher intensity, your metabolism is increased and the calorie burn is increased after the fact that you get done doing the exercise, specifically with the heavy lifting and the high intensity cardio. The other activities, you really don't get this phenomenon. Once you're done doing them, they stop. Your metabolism goes back to normal. But you can even boost your metabolism up to 24 hours through EPOC by doing these high intensity exercises. Okay, so knowing what we know based on this right here, what are the takeaways? So the first takeaway is you want to do a variety of activity, specifically one that contains the weight training and the cardio. The second thing is to take advantage of the EPOC. You want to make sure that you're doing the heavy lifting and also the high intensity cardio to maximize things. However, keep in mind, both of these will inhibit recovery, so you need to focus on recovery, or better yet, sprinkle these lower calorie burning activities in throughout the higher intensity stuff to allow your body to recover while still increasing your metabolism through that activity that burns calories. Guys, thanks for watching. I hope this video was helpful, that you learned something about how you can improve your metabolism and your calorie burn by doing some everyday activities, and then also when you're doing the high intensity activities, how can you maximize that and incorporate that into your schedule to, again, allow for maximum calorie burn, but also for recovery. Guys, if you like this video, hit the like button, share it with others. Right here is a link to one of my prior videos on enhancing metabolism, and until next time, keep making every day count.